You're gonna love this one, all right? Just listen to me for a second. You're gonna love this one. Or maybe not, I don't know. You'll have to see to find out. Don't mind me, I'm just growing some corn, y'all. Aw, shucks. I'm so sorry, I know that was very corny. You know what, after that intro, I'd probably leave this video as well. So anyway, we're gonna start off this trick by taking the cards right out of the tuck case and throwing that over to the side. Then I'll pass the deck over to the spectator and they can shuffle it up as much as they want, right? They can go wild with the shuffling. All right, let's just say they want to stop here. I want to have them go ahead and select 3 cards. So let's just say one card right here, another card right here, and one final card right here. So we have these 3 cards selected. Now, if the actual spectator was here, I'd tell them just to look and remember any one of these 3 cards. But since the spectator is not here, I'm just going to select one of these 3 cards for you. Let's just go randomly here, okay? Let's just say that's your card. So remember that card. You can forget these 2, but if you want to remember them, you can. But that's the main card you got to remember, all right? The spectator can now take these cards, put them in anywhere they'd like. But actually, before I do that, this way I don't know where the card is. I'm going to shuffle these up just like this. There we go. Yeah, it's hard to do with only 3 cards. But they can put it in anywhere they'd like. Say here, here, and there. Once they've done that, they can even go ahead and give the deck another shuffle. I know, it's wild. How is this even possible? Well, it may not be. Stick around to the end. All right, so we've had the spectator shuffle the deck again, and I'm just going to go through like this, and I'm going to stop at a few points, and I'm going to just ask you if you've seen your card up to that point. All right, here we go. Here we go. Okay, I'm getting some kind of feelings. Getting some kind of feelings. Have you seen your card yet? Okay, no worries, no worries. No worries. Gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. Have you seen your card yet? Oh, you have. You have seen. Are you sure? Let's go through the rest of the deck. Just okay. Just like but you have seen your card. So I think I'm gonna get rid of these. Your card is just somewhere. Your card is just somewhere here now. Okay. Cool. Give the deck a cut here. Spread it out. I'm gonna try to find your selected card. This is definitely not gonna be too easy. Man. You know what? I'm just gonna get rid of. Do you want to keep this one? Nah, whatever. Get rid of all those cards. Now we're down to just a couple. Down to just a couple of cards. Just a couple of cards. They were up to no good. Okay, we're gonna get rid of this. Gonna get rid of this. Gonna get rid of a couple of these. Gonna get rid of this one, this one, this one, and this one. All right. So we're down to just 3 cards remaining. At this point, I haven't seen a single card in this deck yet, but I do believe that there's one card here that is yours, and I think it is this one, the King of Clubs. What up, crew? It is Magic Monday, and this is your place to learn Magic, master performance, and captivate audiences. This trick relies on a very simple concept, and since you already saw the performance, let's go ahead and talk about it. Welcome, my friends. You have made it all the way here, so good work. A little bit of background on this effect. It is known as a Thought Card Prodigy. And I mentioned this trick relies on one basic concept, and that is, drumroll please, a one-way back design. And now, before we begin, I would highly recommend for you guys to pick up these checkers playing cards from my website because 1, they're very useful for this trick, and 2, it'll help support my YouTube channel. I'll put the link to these playing cards down in the description so you can go ahead and check them out. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and break it down. So for the first part of the tutorial, I'm just going to cover the mechanics of how the trick is done, and then for the second half, I'll talk a bit more about performance. Now, to set up, first, of course, you need to make sure all the cards are facing in the same direction, and of course, they're one-way back designs. So there is a difference between this card facing this way and a card facing this way. In case you can't tell super clearly, we're just going to be taking a look at these red kernels. You can see there's just 1 here, and then 3 here and here. Once you have these cards all facing the same direction, you want to start off this performance by handing the deck over to the spectator and allowing them to shuffle it up. And you just have to ensure that while they're shuffling, they do not mix up how the cards are facing. Okay, and we'll talk a bit more about that in the performance half of the tutorial. Once that's done, have 3 cards selected by a spectator. So let's just say 1, 2, and 3. Once these 3 cards are selected, right, in my performance, I kind of swivel these out, but if you have a spectator selecting these, they'll probably take all of them like this. While they're taking a look and remembering these, or picking which card to remember from these 3 cards, that's when you're going to turn this deck around in your hand, okay? So they're taking a look at these cards. You tell them to remember just one of these three. Let's just say we're going to remember the Jack of Diamonds. All right, they remember one of these three cards, and we'll place all three like this. And at this point, I'll even tell them to shuffle or mix up these three cards. This way I have no idea where their selected, in our case, Jack of Diamonds is. Once that's done, they can put it anywhere they'd like. In the center, here we go, 1, 2, and 3. All right, you have to also make sure, I did not make sure. You also have to make sure that you have turned the deck, which I did, but apparently I didn't. I don't know. But yeah, just make sure they're going in the reverse direction. You can have them all being pushed in, closed, and then I like to have the spectator shuffle it up again. Right, so at this point of the trick, I go through the cards like this in front of the spectator, showing them all the cards. While I'm doing that, from my point of view, I'm just looking for the card backs. Okay, I'm just looking for the backs that's facing, or the one-way design that's not one-way. What am I saying? I'm just looking for the card that's been turned upside down, okay? So here we can see all the backs are the same. We're gonna keep going, and this again is in front of the spectator. We're gonna keep going, and then we see, oh, this back card, well, this card has a reversed one-way back. So this could potentially be one of the spectator selected cards. So again, this is in front of the spectator. This just happens to be their card, but if it was not, I'd go a few more cards past and ask them, did you see your selected card? If they say yes, I usually toss the rest of the cards over, and then I continue, and let's just say that they didn't say yes, but of course they did. But we go to the next one. If I can find the next one, this is the next card that has been reversed or turned upside down, and then, you know, whatever. Then we now know the first reversed card that we looked at is the spectator selected card. So at this point, you can literally go, you know exactly what the spectator selected card is. Take a look at the first reversed card. There it is, the Jack of Diamonds. All right, now the most important part. Let's talk about the performance aspect. So you want to start off by handing the deck over to the spectator. Of course, they're all facing the same direction. And you want to tell them to shuffle up the deck. Now, what I would recommend is have them do an overhand shuffle without explicitly telling them you're doing an overhand shuffle, or you want them to do an overhand shuffle. So what I would do is I'd shuffle the deck up first like this, hand it over to the spectator, and tell them to shuffle while doing this gesturing motion. This way, when they shuffle, they're going to try to mimic you, okay? And like 99 times out of 100, that's what's going to happen. So once that's done, you take the deck back and have them select out 3 cards. 1, 2, and 3. And as I mentioned, you know, just see what they're doing with these cards. You want to just change the direction of the deck based on what they're doing with these 3 cards. So we've reversed these 3 cards. We'll put them here for now. We have the Jack of Diamonds, Jack of Diamonds again, 10 of Spades, and 2 of Diamonds. I tell the spectator to go ahead and just think of any one of these 3 cards. It could literally be any one of these 3. So they go ahead, think of any of these 3 cards. Let's just, to keep it simple, let's just say Jack of Diamonds again. And I tell them once they have their card selected, they're thinking of it, shuffle up these 3 cards. And they'll shuffle it up in the same way that they had shuffled up earlier. All right. Once that is done, now you literally have no idea which card is which. You don't know what card they selected. You don't know where is the card that they selected. But you do know that it will be reversed in the deck. So you tell them to put it in wherever. Let's say first card goes here, second card goes here, third card goes here. Again, you could have that closed up, push that in, and again, tell the spectator to go ahead and shuffle up the deck. So honestly, at this point, if these were not one-way back design cards, you would be screwed. Like you would not know what's going on. But anyway, once the shuffling is complete, now as I mentioned, you're holding the deck up in front of the spectator and going through and looking for the reversed cards. Now, in our case, it happens that the first card is the reversed card. This has literally never happened to me. Let's give the deck a cut. But now we're going through like this, again, looking for the card that was turned around. We found the first card, right? And we go a few cards down and ask if the spectator has seen their selected card. They say no. So now we automatically know that this first reversed card is not their card. We keep going to the next one. Here we go, the second card. We go again a few more cards forward. We ask the spectator, have you seen your card? At this point, they'll say yes. All right, now we could take the rest of the deck and throw it out or put it on the side. Don't actually throw it out. That would not be good. But at this point, there are 2 reversed cards in the deck. And what I like to do is I just like to spread out the cards like this. And you want to kind of try to make this whole experience, whole performance as interactive with the spectator as possible. So you can have them select out a few cards, tell them pick out one half. So if they pick out this half, then we'll just get rid of this half. you know, whatever it is, you can go with Magician's Choice. You can just go ahead, feel free to explore on you know, what kind of performance you like. But what I just did, I started eliminating cards. You can try reading their expressions, showing them cards like this, and then shuffling. Go wild. Honestly, just try out whatever you can. And then at the end, you ultimately come down to their card, and I like to kind of make this a slow reveal just to build up a little bit, and then when they finally turn it over, see their selected card, the Jack of Diamonds, they will go wild. And of course, there is no Magic Monday without a quote of the week. Oh, where's my hat? Alright, here we go. There it is. Now, this used to be my favorite quote back in high school when I failed my tests. It is by Albert Einstein. He says, "Everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life thinking that it's stupid." Wise words. So if you fail, you're a fish. Nah, I'm just kidding, but hopefully you enjoyed this effect, and if you want to see some more cool stuff, click on this video right here. That's all I got. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you really soon. Peace out.